Some people ask me what it's like to live in Korea. Some ask what it's like to be a teacher. Some ask what it's like to be black in Korea. It's interesting because I used to type these questions into Google some odd 13 years ago. For years, I thought about how I wanted to inform people of my life here. It's harder to do than I thought. I always imagined making a video in different ways, but then I'd always say, never mind, I'm not doing it. I guess I still carry some trauma after having people in my comment section. The truth is just too hard for some people to bear. This video isn't enough to cover everything, and I don't really have the time. So I'll just throw out some thoughts based on my personal experiences living here since, 8 years and 4 months ago. Some people see me as a representative of my country. This country is so technologically advanced that it blows my mind, really. Some people see me as a representative of my race. Since I spent 5 years preparing to come here and have been living here for 8 years, my life is much easier than other expats. Stereotypes, generalizations, they're thrown around so much here. It numbs the senses, really. I feel accomplished as I was able to reach my goals at every turn while living here. Willful ignorance is more apparent to me here. At one point, I was a mentor to some people and part of a loving expat community. Those memories still stick with me to this day. It's hard to keep friends here. Most expats are just here temporarily. Korean friends are hard to keep because sooner or later we have differences. Unfortunately for me, most friends I've made drift apart from me after they finished using me or improving their English or boosting their reputation. That's just the truth. I'm gonna stutter, by the way. That's just how I am. But really, the older I get, the more careful I am about choosing friends. I feel a strange comfort, and I still have no idea what this comfort is or where it comes from. I was taught the importance of cultural competence. Before coming here, I did my very best to learn about Korea. The language, the history, the culture, the politics, the geography, all that stuff. So I tend to feel hurt when I see people not really caring about viewing cultural competence in the same way. But that's on me. No two people are the same. I work really hard at my job, and I'm a person who feels calm through routines. I've been asked many times over the years if I'm a soldier, even if I'm wearing a suit. The reason is usually that I'm black or muscular or bald or overly organized or neat or all of these rolled into one. I've developed amazing habits while living here. I learned how to actually be an adult while living here. The first 2 years I lived here were incredibly difficult. But now, I can take care of myself so well that people ask me for advice. In the summertime, people stare at me a lot on the street. My physical appearance, New York walking style, it all factors into this. And when that happens, I tend to miss being a faceless person. My students treat me with respect most of the time, and I enjoy that. But my classroom and office are in the same room, completely separate from everyone else. So I tend to go back and forth on enjoying the solitude and feeling too isolated. I feel more and more independent as time goes, and it's a wonderful feeling. It's hard to show people who you really are, and it's especially difficult to show your real personality here. The events of my life here have led me to being unafraid of showing people who I am. Unfortunately, people like yes men more. I always think about the next steps of my life. I want to teach at a university, or work as an editor, or be a program director. I'm saving my money for my future plans, and I feel hopeful. From the moment I set my goal to living here until now, it's been over 13 years. I prepared for a long time and worked really hard to get to this point. It's hard to live in Korea. It's hard to be a teacher. Contrary to what some believe here, it's hard to be black anywhere in the world. But somehow, some way, I've made a life here. And I don't see myself going anywhere else anytime soon.